Well, I mean, the show, MWC, that we're kicking off this morning and we're very excited about is really immaterial to the suffering of the Ukraine people, and it's a very fluid environment. We are following all the sanctions, hence the Russian pavilion. We had to cancel that and take that out.
Can I ask you about the Western sanctions at this point? Because they're targeting Russian banks, but they're also targeting telecommunications potentially, because we are talking about semiconductors here and key technology. We've seen this playbook before with the likes of Huawei. How difficult does it make it for operators if they can't access key technology?
Well, it's obviously not good. I mean, anything that makes the world more divided is not good from a telecom perspective. We thrive on scale. We thrive on a supply chain that is undisturbed. We thrive on being able to share information back and forth. So this is obviously a big disruption as well from that perspective.
Early days, if you look back at the Russian market, they did have a very similar playing field to Europe, where there were all sorts of operators that were accessing that market, and then you saw the dominance of Chinese players because of the cost equation. They were very competitive, and so you saw a lot of the likes of Huawei equipment adopted. Now, as we talk about geopolitics, and we've been talking for a number of years about the splinter net, do you think we're talking about an environment where we see that continue because of the geopolitics?
Well, I'm not sure. We are working hard to keep the technology community together. So far, we're succeeding. 5G is the second standard globally that is universal. 4G is the first one. And that is going very, very well. And of course, the discussion around 6G is just starting. So let's not talk about that. But 4G and 5G going well. And it's being universally adopted. And you should know that 5G has doubled the pickup speed of 3G and 4G. And we forecast that by end of this year, there will be 1 billion 5G connections. So it's going very well.
Can I ask you a little bit about that pickup and the adoption that you talk about? Because it has been a long time coming. We've been talking about 5G at Mobile World Congress
Absolutely.
for many, many years. We got derailed by the pandemic. And we know during that phase, operators were impacted on their revenues, their ability to speed up adoption perhaps was somewhat compromised. Now we have geopolitical events around Russia, Ukraine that may impact business activity, particularly if we see soaring oil prices. Are you concerned about 5G slowing down in terms of adoption and rollout?
Well, actually not. I think the power of technology is there, and I think that's unstoppable. And this show is called Connectivity Unleashed, and what we mean with that is that we're moving from simple connectivity to meaningful connectivity. It sort of takes three to tango these days. I can provide you with technology, with connectivity. You are providing a service. Together we can provide something even better to consumers or to society. So the way of delivering technology is becoming more complex, but also more fulfilling.